Hi everybody, Scott Spreitzer here with our opening salvo report from DocSports.com for Monday, May 28th. We've got a free pick coming up in just a moment. First, a quick note. If you've yet to become a member over at DocSports.com, just click on the link below the video and set yourself up for a free $60 account again at DocSports.com, the link below the video. A lot of day games going on, of course, for Monday in Major League Baseball. Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals in the NBA. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. What a great day for sports. Real quick note, and we will have another free pick coming up in just a moment, looking to get back in the win column. We lost on Sunday right here with our free pick. We split with our premium plays over at DocSports.com. We'll get to the free pick in just a moment. Last night's NBA Eastern Conference Game 7, we saw LeBron and company get it done, coming from behind to knock off the Boston Celtics at TD Garden. First time in the postseason, the Celtics lost at home. What we saw was a combination. You had Jeff Green, all the positives that he did for the Cavaliers, especially over the final 2 quarters, combined with Terry Rozier's awful night. Terry Rozier had an awful night for Boston last night. He goes 2 for 14 overall from the floor, including 0 for 10 from behind the three-point line. Just a horrible night. Combine those 2 players, what they did for the respective teams, and also, I think, some youthful late playoff or deep playoff inexperience out of the Boston Celtics, and we got what we got. I tweeted out during the second quarter when Boston was up by, 10 or 11 points, that as bad as the Cavaliers were playing through the first quarter and a half, Boston really wasn't dropping the clutch and taking advantage and pulling away by any type of wide margin other than maybe, again, 10 or 11 points, which is obviously nothing in the NBA. And again, they paid for it in the fourth quarter. I thought they were tight. And again, Rozier's number is just bad. And he has a decent night. He goes 50-50. They might have won that basketball game. Real quick note on the series price when Cleveland plays either Houston or Golden State. I really think you're going to see the Cavaliers as a pretty substantial underdog on the series. You know, minus 300 means about a 75% chance to win a series. Golden State, I think most people, Golden State or Houston, most people think have probably a good 80 to 90% chance, 85% chance of knocking off the Cavaliers in a series at least. So you're going to see over minus 300. Pretty decent sized price no matter who comes out of the West in that series. As far as the action goes for Monday night's Game 7 in the West, you've got Golden State now as high as a 6.5 point favorite in a couple of books in Las Vegas. Coast Properties, Station Casinos. I saw 6.5 at those shops before we cut this video. Mostly 6s out there right now, and Vegas books basically opened Golden State 5.5 point favorite. The totals come down a touch, right around 208.5, 209 from where it opened. And by the way, Chris Paul looks like a game-time decision from what everybody's saying as far as the beat writers are concerned and things like that on the internet. Chris Paul listed as questionable as we cut the video. A lot of indication that he's going to be a game-time decision on Monday night for the Houston Rockets. As far as early movers in Major League Baseball for Monday, there's a couple of them. First of all, as I'm looking at my screen, there was a bad opening number put out at a couple of offshores for Monday's matchup between the Giants and the Colorado Rockies. And the Rockies a pretty big favorite. That's come down quite a bit. Of course, the Vegas books normally wait an hour or 2 to set their lines or to post their lines after the offshores do, and they open their lines, much more legitimate lines today going into Monday's game between the Colorado Rockies and the San Francisco Giants, and I think it's more of where it should be right now, but a bad opening number looking at those lines, and that was Bettis, of course, who's going to go for the Rockies, Suarez for the Giants. They opened that as high as $1.40, and I'm seeing $1.20 just about everywhere. Again, that's about where the Vegas books opened it. Also, over in the American League, Verlander and the Astros, well, they opened in the low 140s in Vegas against the Yankees. It's down to $1.30 or thereabouts, give or take a couple of cents. Offshores open up as high as around $1.50 or so. They're down around $1.30 as we speak. And we know that Verlander's numbers are absolutely obscene so far this year. They're so good. And he just pitched, back on May 1st, he pitched 8 shutout innings against the New York Yankees. The team, the Houston Astros, lost the game 4-0 thanks to 4 runs given up by the bullpen, the Astro bullpen in the 9th inning. The Yankees got the win. But it's going to be, Herman going for the Yankees on Monday. It's kind of tough to back him in this spot, especially with that line coming down where it is right now. Domingo Germán, he's been rocked in his last 2 starts. pitched 2 innings against the Astros last season. That's not anything to judge by, obviously, short sample size, but they rocked him pretty good. But again, early adjustments for Monday, a point to the San Francisco Giants and to the New York Yankees. Real quick note, Game 1 Stanley Cup Finals, because I've been asked about this quite a bit on Twitter. I'm not going to be involved in Game 1 between the Capitals and the Golden Knights, and I'm not betting the series. I'll look to bet Game 2 and likely a couple of individual games on the series, or I should say during the series, after watching how things develop in the first game. So we'll be looking to play Game 2 and beyond, just individual games. Right now in Vegas, the Golden Knights laying about $1.50 or so as far as Game 1 is concerned. The total 5.5, a little bit of juice on the under. And as far as the series, they're anywhere from basically $1.30 up to $1.45 to win the series over the Caps. Of course, again, Vegas with home ice advantage, and it all faces off on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at T-Mobile on the Strip in Las Vegas. Free play for Monday. We're going to turn back to baseball. Padres back home after a 10-game, 11-day road trip where they actually fared well. They were 5-5. They split the 10 games. And as a good friend of mine and a longtime capper had posted and pointed out, just a fun fact, the Padres are 0-9 this year in series home openers. Just an odd little fact pointed out by Mark Lawrence. Couple of lefties on the mound in this game on Monday. Caleb Smith has been the more consistent lefty rather than Eric Lauer. Miami just did get swept at home, by the way, by Washington. But in those 3 games that they lost, they led after 5 innings in one game. They were tied after 5 innings in another game. So 2 of the 3 games, they had about a 50-50 or better shot going into the 6th inning. That's what we're going to do with this game. We're going to play the Miami Marlins, the visiting team, in this pitching matchup of Smith and Lauer for a first 5 innings play. We're not going to mess with the bullpens. Miami's bullpen is dreadful. San Diego's not too bad. So we'll make it a first 5 inning play. Miami Marlins over the San Diego Padres. Don't forget about the premium plays on Monday, including side and total in the NBA. They're over at DocSports.com exclusively. Again, if you like what you see, click on the thumbs up button. If you want to subscribe, be sure to do so. We appreciate all those who have subscribed thus far. Put your Monday in the win column. We'll be right back here Tuesday by 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. I'm Scott Spreitzer with DocSports.com.